I wore these glasses to look smart today.
There's our mom.
Hey!
What is it? The fox, the cabbage, and the rabbit? Oh, you gotta take the boat. What do you take first?
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court.
We in this bitch.
Father God, help us. This is episode 16, and it's off the rail.
Yes, it is.
I'm your host, Marcia Mignot, and with me is
Marcia.
my co-cray Diva.
It's Dana.
We are not responsible for the things we are going to say.
Or do we believe in anything that Marcia is saying now?
Now, the devil is a lie.
And the truth is in it.
And so is she. We don't own the rights to anything we're going to talk about.
Or are we liable about your feelings? Because you're always going to cry anyways and send all these messages to HR. Ain't nobody got time for that.
HR is closed.
Closed. It's open on Monday to Monday from 8 to 8:01.
I thought the number to HR was 1-800 closed.
1-800 mind your business.
This show is for edutainment purposes only.
You like how we did that
Please.
harmonization right there?
No, I don't like
Let's
it.
try it one more time.
No more
Okay.
times. Thank you. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday.
Yes,
We
Wednesday.
push them out because we know that you listeners want to hear what the divas have to say.
Yes.
We talk about current topics, past topics, small
Yes.
topics, big topics, logic topics.
And local topics.
Local topics.
Right.
Worldwide topics. Whatever topic you want us to talk about,
Yes.
comment. We'll talk about it. We'll give
That's
you the
right.
diva opinion. And if you want the gavel, ask us for the gavel.
Boom.
We'll give you a ruling on it. Don't forget to listen to us on
Spotify.
Google Podcasts,
Google.
and Apple Podcasts.
Apple. YouTube.
I already said YouTube.
You didn't say YouTube.
I did say YouTube.
You said Spotify, Google, Apple.
But no YouTube?
No YouTube.
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 Join us every Wednesday and watch your videos on YouTube. You know what? You can catch up, listeners, on Diva Court. If you've missed 1 through 15, go back and binge watch. You
All
are
of
going
them.
to love it.
Love
And
it.
we'd like to thank some of y'all for commenting regarding how funny our episodes are. That's what we want to bring you, edutainment with the funny.
Yes, ma'am.
Always laugh at yourself. Laughter is medicine.
It is.
And that's why we try to give you medicine with your meals.
With your meals.
With your meals. Your news has to come with medicine.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if we give you all bad news, you know you can't go to bed on bad news at night.
Yeah.
If we give you all bad news, it'll keep you up. We don't want to keep you up. We want you to sleep like a baby.
All day. With a
Big ol'
pacifier.
Snoring, baby.
And a bottle.
Okay, don't snore if you're married. Because somebody will put you out of bed.
Well, I'm 10 toes down.
Oh, you know what? She must be the snorer.
I'm so.
Not the snorer.
So. Sleep apnea.
Speaking of snoring, I wonder what Governor Cuomo is doing.
Well, I feel like Governor Cuomo should be on hold because we got to let them know about, hey, girl.
Okay, so we're going to hold on Governor Cuomo. But what we're going to do is release our sponsor.
Yes, we will.
HeyCurl.shop is where you have to go. We still have a sponsor, people. Please support our sponsor. Their products are fantabulous.
Yes.
I use them on my hair. The leave-in conditioner, I swear by that.
Amazing.
That leave-in conditioner is working, ladies. If you want your hair to be bouncing and behaving, soft and beautiful, natural hair, straight hair, braided hair,
Weaved hair.
weaved hair, that leave-in conditioner is for you.
Yes.
Don't forget to go to HeyCurl.shop.
Yes.
Also, there is still a Diva free code that you can use to get your free samples. So if you don't want to buy the product, you want to try the product, go Diva free. And your
Try
code.
it. You might like
See how
it.
that rhymes? Don't buy it.
Try it.
Try it. Then buy it.
You might like it.
Back to my Cuomo.
Let's do it.
the governor is being investigated regarding 11 accusers that stated that he behaved in an inappropriate, maybe sexual manner.
You know,
Suggestive sexual manner. I don't like those disclaimers on sexual manner.
Why?
What's your take?
Well, my take is that how are these women who always complain about not having a man gonna ever get a man?
That's my point too.
Oh my goodness! Like he can't say, "Ooh, girl, you looking good today."
No, that's sexual harassment. Stop. Those are unwanted. Don't you compliment me on my hair.
Don't you tell me I smell good.
Don't you tell me I smell good. Don't you dare say, "Hey, that's a nice suit." Sexual harassment. You know what? The blurred lines need to stop.
I used to love being catcalled when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, girl, in them shorts. I'd be like, it's me. I mean, how do you get the
thought
numbers?
It was a compliment.
Yeah. All this online dating is just messing people up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody used to being online, but back in the day, that's how you used to get
No, but let me ask you a question. Are we just going to go to arranged marriages as a society?
Through online.
Your mama found him, your daddy found them, and they said today is the wedding day.
Today is
that what y'all asking for? Because I don't
what
understand how people date anymore.
They can't.
Every man is now subject to being accused of
sexual harassment.
Hello? How does that work? We're not defining it. And because it is so vague, I'm concerned that the message is just don't tell her nothing. Don't hold the door. Let it slam in her face.
And then they self-esteem would be smashed.
Chivalry is dead. Why do you think Rihanna is a billionaire? Is she a billionaire? Would it be?
I know.
I thought they said she's a billionaire.
Kylie is. I don't know if Rihanna is.
They said Rihanna.
It's confirmed, yes.
Just became a billionaire.
Okay, billionaire Rihanna.
Based on Fenty, not songs. Do you know what Fenty does? It doesn't sing. It covers your blemishes.
Right, to make you look pretty.
Makeup. Why are you trying to look pretty? Why don't you look ugly? I promise you, no man will say, hi, how you doing? You look good. Why don't you smell horrible?
You know what?
Don't put on deodorant. Don't put on perfume. Nobody will be attracted to you.
You know what?
How you going to have a baby? You going to find one?
You going to find one?
Mm-hmm. You going to post on social media? Baby wanted.
You know what? Why are they not causing, you know how we got this equality movement now with women, women should feel
be
equal.
careful now because they don't really want to be equal. They said,
don't.
hold on a second on the
There
military.
are so many women.
Hold on the draft. Pause on the draft.
Me being one of them. I see my homegirl like, girl, you look good, and slap her on the booty. Is that sexual harassment?
Yes, it is. These days it is. Absolutely.
I be like, girl, you look good, girl. Look at your butt in them pants. Slap.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, ma'am.
But no, ain't nobody saying that's sexual harassment when I do
because
it.
it's a woman doing it to a woman. But wait, it's coming.
It's gonna become.
We do have same-sex marriages now.
Yeah.
So keep waiting.
So
some woman is gonna go home and tell her wife you slept on.
She don't want none of this.
And then you'll be saying, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I was charged. I'm being investigated like Cuomo.
Mad.
I need to call his attorneys.
Mad.
What should I do? Isn't that gonna be crazy?
Let me tell you, if they are charging people for sexual harassment,
if a man did it, he would be.
Oh man, I'm gonna be charged.
If a man did it, he would be. Double standards.
It is a double
blurred
standard.
lines, gray areas, no definitive responses regarding what's sexual harassment and what's not. That's why the AG had to say it was. What would she say? Submissive, sensitive, subliminal,
subjective,
and the word subjective. She's using qualifiers, and the qualifiers say that she is definitely not certain that the evidence is clear. And then she comes at the end of her statement and says, "But it's clear." Throughout her entire investigation,
it's clear as day. Although
no, it's clear as mud. That's what it is. My investigation is clear as mud.
So she should say it's opaque.
She has an opaque investigation that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that the governor has engaged in inappropriate sexual conduct.
She should have said it's just moving parts.
I mean, it's crazy. I just think it's too much. And then when I heard the explanation of the attorney for the governor, I said, okay. One of the females that's alleging she was also a victim is someone who worked the governor's detail as security.
Okay.
And his attorney came out and said, wait. She was selected because the governor was concerned that there were like 50 or 60 employees in his detail, and there weren't any women. So to gain the equality that he thought that women deserved, he decided to ask them to add women to the detail, and she was one of the women added to the detail. Now she's saying she wasn't added to the detail because he was being fair and wanted to provide equality and a balance as it pertains to the number of men versus women working his detail. He only requested her because he wanted to sexually assault her. Can you win or can you lose? Or you can't win for losing.
Did she file a complaint?
Now she did, because Me Too says it's okay. You know what I have a problem with too? With prosecutors coming out and making a statement like this. We're investigating the governor. If there's anybody else out there that thinks that you might have been molested.
We already believe
wink,
you.
wink, wink, wink. Contact our office. Come on now.
No.
Is that not solicitation of victims?
They say, we already believe you. just sign this paper. Just sign.
Just come make an allegation.
Here.
Is that not entrapment? That's not entrapment. I used the wrong word. Is that not solicitation?
Solicitation. Yes. Yes, it is.
Is that not solicitation? Why would you solicit victims? who does that? Why wouldn't you allow
Bill
a victim?
Cosby's prosecutors. That's who do it.
They saw how that worked out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
I think it's inappropriate. I don't find.
Do you think he said anything salacious?
I'm certain he did. He's a man.
My man better not be saying nothing salacious, because I'm on his
Listen
head.
to me. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
The definition of salacious is, ma'am, you look nice today. That's your husband saying something salacious.
He better not say it. He better call all them bitches ugly.
Ma'am, that's a ugly ass.
That's an ugly suit. It's really ugly.
Your hair looks so matted.
I don't even know why you
What
even
is
decided
that
to come
you
to
have
work
on
today.
your lips?
I like that.
You are literally describing workplace harassment.
That is.
You have now
What is
crossed
that
the
on
other
your
boundary.
Oh, so we in the opposite direction?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, our producer said that's even worse.
What is that on your lips? Why you looking at her lips then?
That's disparaging.
See,
You're disparaging your coworkers, huh?
just don't say nothing.
Did you get that from the
Let
Crayola
them,
box? You got that?
let them bitches die lonely. Let me some old hats. They only want cats.
Ladies, we don't want to go down this rabbit hole because this is a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Now, disclaimer from Diva Court. Let me look into the camera. Diva Court does not condone sexual assault, sexual impromiscuity, sexual misconduct on any level. What Diva Court promotes is
Can I ask a question?
that. Are you gonna ask a question in the middle of my monologue? You don't see me monologue.
Sorry.
What is your question?
What is sexual? We don't support sexual promiscuity.
No,
What does that mean? Like they can't be free with their sex? And
no.
Okay.
I didn't say sexual dysfunction. That happens in your bedroom.
they
but
need
that's
that
your
Viagra.
business.
They need that Viagra.
That's between you, your bedroom, and your walls. Promiscuity means it's not right. Don't do it to children. You understand? That's
I
promiscuous.
thought promiscuous mean they just be all
I think your definition of promiscuous is skewed, okay?
promiscuous. Is like we get it in, we free.
No.
It ain't- that don't- that ain't-
No.
okay.
That's not what I mean by promiscuity, okay? But my issue
So you
is
got an
this.
alternate definition?
No. Because remember, their sexual harassment is, ma'am, you look good today. So I do have an alternate description of sexual harassment. If a male giving me a compliment about my suit or about my perfume is sexual harassment, I don't subscribe to that. Okay? I don't subscribe to that. Because if that's the case, I've been sexually harassed all my life.
Hey,
Come on now, who does that?
I like the compliment.
Yeah, I love a compliment.
Keep
I think women get up every day and spend thousands of dollars on makeup, on perfume. Think about
Can I
perfume.
cut you off
Do you
right
realize
quick?
perfume
No,
costs
no,
more than
can I-
gasoline?
Can I cut you off right quick? Can you go back to your monologue that you wish to started?
No, I'm not going to go back to my monologue because it was so rudely interrupted. Plus, I forgot what the hell I was saying.
Okay, well, continue your second
Why are you
monologue.
having a good time? I don't understand. You're part of this show.
It's so funny.
She's acting like audience member. What the hell is going on here? This is a co-diva, not a co-audience member.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm here.
So, like I was saying before, I rudely interrupted and forgot again. It's too vague. It is too vague. Ladies, we don't. Let me go back to my monologue now that I remember. We don't want to go down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
You're not going to date. Your daughter is going to be in your basement. You're going to get old. You're going to want grandkids.
They're going to have cats.
Hey, they're going to be cat ladies or dog ladies or rabbit ladies.
You're going to have grand doggy puppies.
Hey, they're going to be hoarders. You're going to go to the house and their house is going to be full of stuff.
Cats,
Because anything. They just want to keep something because they have no life.
They have nothing.
Don't do that.
And no
Your
man.
daughters need to date. They need to be taught how men should approach them. And if someone approaches them and gives them a compliment and they don't like it, all they have to say is, oh, no thanks. Or ignore him. Okay? There are many of times I've gotten compliments and I've said, did y'all see that basketball game last night? And I said something that's not sexy and made myself one of the boys. Oh, LeBron don't know what he's doing. That boy need to go sit down somewhere. They're like, yeah.
That's the wrong type of girl.
Look, now all of a sudden we're talking about a game. We're no longer focused on how I looked, how I smelled, because that's not where I want the subject matter to be.
Stop being damsels in distress.
Stop being
oh my
damsels.
gosh.
Teach
Stop
your
being
daughters
weird.
how to pivot. Pivot the conversation.
Stop being weird.
For God's
That's why I don't
sake.
want y'all around in men conversations because you're so
no,
weak.
no, that's why they
I
don't want
think-
you in the military.
Because you're so weak.
I think that another dynamic that might need to be highlighted because it is the employer-employee relationship is the direct, like,
Subordinate.
no, like the direct, I did not enjoy that. Like, you've got to tell that person.
Correct. But the problem is these people are having playful banter
Right.
with the boss, even when something has been said that makes them uncomfortable.
You know why you wore that dress in the first place? You was looking for that attention.
No, but not only that, if
I'm
you
just
get the
saying.
attention you were not looking for.
That you were looking
that
for.
you were oblivious to the fact that you were going to get. That Stevie Wonder could have seen.
Right.
That you were going
Stop
to get.
putting them titties on a pedestal. Sorry, I just had to say it.
Victoria's Secret sells push-ups bras for a reason.
Put a flat-chested bra on.
But the thing is, time down for God's sake. Rope them up.
Did you say time?
When you play basketball, you rope them up. You can rope them up. Put on a sports bra. No, but my point is this. If someone in your employ
Mm-hmm.
is looking for a wife and says, "Oh my goodness, you're beautiful," and you don't like that, you said, "You know what? That sounds like a come on." You say, "You know what? I don't really like that. Could you please not do that again?" Trust me. He wants his money more than he wants you.
That's true.
He is not going to do it again. And if he does, and he's actually is a predator,
Mm-hmm.
report him.
Yeah.
They're going to jump on that. Send an email. Here's what you don't do. Wait 11 years later till a movement or uprising that you think is a wave that you can jump on and float right back into 11 years ago when I used to work at somebody said to me a compliment and he used to do it every day and I
now you
hated
mad.
it and I never said anything about
Right.
it because I was afraid. Afraid of what?
Right. Can I do a monologue?
Go do your monologue.
Ladies, stop dating down. You need to be dating the boss.
Oh my God, no.
Not
she
the
cannot
subordinate.
monologue. I tell you.
You need to be dating up.
I
You
tell
need
you.
up. When it's up, then it's
Let me
up,
tell you
then it's
something.
up, and it's up, and it's up,
No,
and the
no.
chuck, and the
Boss,
what, and
boss,
the what.
please
Get the
don't
boss
date.
money. Get the boss money. Get it.
Oh my God.
Get the
Oh my
boss
God. Oh my
money.
God. Yes, pull up. Boss, please don't date the subordinate. That is a recipe for disaster.
That's how you get promotions.
No, that's how you get Cuomo. That's how you're going to be a Cuomo. Okay? Because that's what they're complaining about right now is that
Man.
the boss, because remember, he's the boss. He's the governor, for God's sakes. They're complaining that the governor,
Oh, well, he do have a wife, right?
he's not married.
He's not married. He's a bachelor. Well, oh my
Yes.
gosh, stop being
You forgot,
so weak.
you forgot during the
He's not
pandemic.
married.
No,
I did not know
he's
that.
divorced. Remember during the pandemic, all the women was like, ooh, I want to date Cuomo. And making advances of him. I saw women who would come on CNN interviewing regarding, remember he used to do every Sunday He used to do those little press conferences, and he was doing a better job than Kofifi. And then Kofifi got jealous and wanted to take over their press conferences regarding coronavirus updates. And he was doing a fantastic job of keeping his citizens of his states aware of what they were doing, why they were doing it, what they were trying to do to control the pandemic, how much PPP they were trying to get for people, how much PPE.
How is he supposed to date? You tend to date people who are in your circle. How are you supposed to date?
Said, as long as your circle's at work, don't do it.
Oh, man.
That's why I have a problem with it. I have a problem with the investigation. I have a problem with women who shared. First of all, one of the alleged victims says she was sexually assaulted and she shared that with him. Hold. Time out. Why would you share with him about your prior sexual assault? And he now, in the conversation, according to his counsel and his side of the story, was trying to give her solutions to, hey, have you ever spoken to anybody? So now he's inquiring about what attempts have you engaged in to try to make sure you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, and that he shouldn't have taken advantage of me. And I shared with him.
When she said she didn't speak to someone, he knew that he could allegedly sexually harass her.
You sound like a victim. Is that a victim I hear?
You sound like you ain't gonna tell.
I can go victimize you again. Well, the fact that she was telling him says that she wasn't gonna keep a secret.
And the fact that here's the thing: the fact that she was comfortable enough to share that. What is that about?
Set up.
I would never go to a
set up. I am not going to my superior, especially the governor. And I'm working in his office as a intern or aide or.
There was a time that I was sexual.
How did that come up?
When did we even have this conversation?
How did that come up?
Exactly.
How comfortable were you to make him feel comfortable enough to even respond? I think it's a setup. Ladies, stop doing it. Stop doing it.
Stop looking for that check.
Stop.
Do it the old-fashioned way and date the superior.
Superiors, she's on the side of the subordinates. I'm on the side of superiors. Do not date. Don't get your money where you get your honey. Don't get your honey where you get your money.
Go get the money. Go get the money.
Don't get your honey where you get your money, because the honey will mess up your money. Ask Cuomo. His honey is messing up his money. Do not comment when somebody comes in and says, "Excuse me, boss, does this skirt look tight?" What skirt? I can't see. I'm sorry.
I don't see skirts.
Do not answer her and say, "I'm sorry, I cannot comment on." I lack sufficient information to admit what people say in admissions. I lack sufficient information to admit or deny. I'm sorry, man. We can't talk about that.
They need a dress code.
Or the boss needs to say, "I'm uncomfortable with that question. I'm uncomfortable with that question."
They need a dress code.
Can we stay focused on the work?
They need a whole dress
code. Let's stay focused on the work.
But
you know what the sad part is? If he does that, you know what she's going to say. "I'm going to HR on you because you didn't say my skirt was tight."
They need a whole dress code. They need to all just be in black gowns.
How about we just wear a judge's robe?
Judge's robes. Moo-moos.
How about
just wear your moo-moo.
How about a nun's uniform?
They don't have this issue in Muslim countries because they just keep them all wrapped up.
Well, you can't show nothing but your eyes.
That's what they need to do.
But you know what?
Because this Me Too movement.
You could sexually harass me by how you looked at my eyes. Hey, I can see in your eyes what you're looking at my eyes.
I see it in your eyes. I know what you be wanting.
Yeah, stop looking at my eyes like that. I felt uncomfortable. Ma'am, all he could see was your eyes. I know, but I was still uncomfortable with that. I just think it's discounting women who are actually being sexually harassed.
I agree.
I think it's discounting women who are actually being sexually assaulted. And I think when you put too big of a blanket on something, you discount it. And when you discount it, real victims get hurt.
Yeah.
Real victims don't get heard, and real victims know not to come out, because when the fake ones get exposed, chastised, brought down, stepped on, and abused like they should be, then the real ones are going to say, "I saw what you did with her. I would never say anything." Yeah. They're going to suffer in silence. I say we have to come up with rules. Right now, we don't have any rules. It's very vague. It was something I was uncomfortable with. It was something maybe on the borderline, but it's not really clear. I say,
man up and say, "Hey, don't talk to me like that."
And let me say to Governor Cuomo, if you're listening, sir, Governor Cuomo, if your attorney is listening, Governor Cuomo's attorney, if you are listening, just do what Kofi did. Ignore everybody. His video came out, he grabbed them by the boop, and he was still president.
These things
keep rolling, do your job, stay strong, do your work. Let the evidence lead where the evidence leads.
Yeah.
Sir, I also have a memo for you. If the evidence is going to lead to your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, my suggestion is cut your bait and walk away.
Because they're
Don't
trying to
put
impeach
these women
him.
through this. I don't think impeachment is going to work. I know they're trying to impeach him. I don't think impeachment is going to work. Their system works. It's harder to impeach under the New York system than it is even the presidential impeachment, because they even need judges. I think there's 7 judges that have to also vote. I'm not saying they're not going to try, because they tried with Victor Hill and they're still trying. Yes, but my point is, they're going to try. I don't see them stopping. I see them still going. Because this sounds more political than it sounds legal. And I know some of these alleged victims are trying to open criminal charges, misdemeanor criminal charges after years, have passed.
Isn't the statute of limitations over?
Well, that's another thing too. I don't even know what they're investigating, but whatever. Just make somebody feel comfortable. I don't like these late game accusations. I don't like the late game accusations
even if they true, get over it. I know that sound bad. I mean, when I say it true, as far as he said something that was inappropriate.
Latches. What you're arguing is latches. Under the law, there's a term called latches, and latches means you've waited too long, and it's unfair to allow you to pursue a claim now because evidence might be gone. Evidence might be destroyed. Witnesses could be dead. Witnesses have moved. You understand? There's ways I could gather evidence to defend myself, to prove my case. But for you waiting so long, because think about it. If you really wanted to put somebody at a disadvantage, what you do is wait. And you wait 30 years and you wait 40 years because you know that the people who could refute your testimony gone, evidence gone, destroyed, cannot be captured, phone messages gone, and you put the defendant at a disadvantage. So I don't think it's fair, and that's why the law came up with the term latches.
And when I say get over it, I'm not talking about rape accusations.
You're not talking about real accusations.
I want to make it clear. Rape accusation, I'm not telling anybody to get over it. But if someone says something to you that was nasty and inappropriate, no matter what the content is or context is,
shut it down.
Just shut it down. Get
Shut
over
it
it. Sticks
down.
and stones.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Tell the person that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I am not comfortable. Please don't do it again. Shut it down. Let me tell you something. I don't know a decent man ever that wouldn't stop. I've seen situations where women have said, I don't like that. And the guy's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can't say I'm sorry enough. Matter of fact, to the point where sometimes I'm upset with the female because she won't let it go. After the person has apologized and is like, I'm sorry. And she wants to press the issue as if she saw a weakness in the man saying, hey, I'm sorry. So tell people how you want to be treated. Tell people what makes you comfortable. Tell people what makes you uncomfortable. Do not leave it vague. Do not leave it years. I think that's unfair. And that's why it's less likely for you to be believed, because people are saying, you're a grown-up. It happened when you were a grown-up. You're not a child, where it manifests after you've grown up and now you're like, okay, I can say something, or I suppressed it, and psychologically it's now coming back to bother me and I was trying to figure out what the problem is. If that's the fact pattern, then I'm with that. But this is not the fact pattern. These are adult women saying something uncomfortable occurred. I sent an email to somebody. Even the AG's reporting, or the person reporting regarding the AG's investigation, AG meaning Attorney General, thank you listeners, does not state who this one person, who is the only person who is alleged that her buttocks was touched inappropriately, and she's unnamed.
What was
buttocks?
Her booty.
Her buttocks. Whatever you want to say.
Right.
But even that person is unnamed.
Right.
Why are you hiding? The law says that a defendant has the right, whether civil or criminal matter, to face their accusers.
Right.
Come on out there at the closet, accuser. Do not hide and throw stones. That's unfair. You know why you're throwing them? Because you know you don't want to be vetted. And if you get vetted, we're probably going to find some weaknesses in your story.
Well, there's that.
So you probably want somebody to go down for something you think happened in the past, or should not have happened, or should have happened. And now this is your perfect opportunity. I think it's unfair, and I don't think we should do it.
Right.
Just like it's unfair for them black realtors and their client to go in to a home looking to purchase, and the police is called by the neighbor. What in the green light is going on?
You don't think the police should have called?
Why are you calling the police on 3 black males that are...
Because they in a white neighborhood.
Let me ask you a question. It's Wyoming, right?
Wyoming and Michigan.
Listeners, we're talking about Wyoming. Okay?
And Michigan. The city.
And Michigan?
It's a city in Michigan.
Called Wyoming.
Yeah.
Okay. So, here's the problem. A realtor, sounds like a joke, doesn't it? A realtor, a buyer, and a child walk into a house. They were black in a white neighborhood, and the neighbors called the police.
Yeah.
The police show up and takes everybody out, handcuffs them, and detains them to question them.
Right.
No crime, no broken glass, no screwdrivers opening doors.
Yeah.
No question. Excuse me, can I see some ID? What are you guys doing here? Oh, I'm the realtor. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you my real estate license. So they were so afraid because guns were drawn on them, and they had to come out with their hands up. In fact, there's video footage of it where one person is walking backwards with his hands up because law enforcement told him to walk backwards to them with their hands up. And the realtor had to come out. The child had to come out, and you're cuffing a 15-year-old?
So who you think is at fault in this situation?
Okay, so police is at fault again. And let me tell you why. Racism is alive and well. And if law enforcement does not get... First of all, the racism started with the neighbors, if you really want to talk about the racism.
Did it though?
I don't think if the neighbors saw 3 white men next door that they would have called...
It's a white community, so I understand that.
Wait. So we don't look at houses too?
No, what I'm saying... Michigan is so segregated. Like, it's everybody...
So it's so racist? Is that what you're saying? It's so racist that a black person should know better than to try to go look at a home with a realtor? So the realtor is negligent.
Yes.
You want to blame the realtor?
No, that's not what... The thing is it's a saying, like, once you go across 8 Mile, you already know. Like, it's... I'm not surprised.
So let me ask you a question.
I'm not surprised.
Y'all know slavery was real.
No, but
so you shouldn't be surprised.
What I'm saying is that...
I talk about the boats in the streets. Y'all know what they was doing.
What I'm saying
is that the response?
What I'm saying is that when you, as a black person, decide to go live in Wyoming, Michigan, you know the type of people who are going to be on and Wyoming, Michigan. They walked into a house with an American flag on it. Like, we already know what that means.
Wait, so blacks are not Americans?
That's not what I'm saying. Blacks don't put American flags.
You've never seen a flag on black people's house?
I've never seen an American flag.
There's not any military serving black men out there that don't love a flag.
I'm not saying
and
that.
Have it on their house?
I have uncles in the military, and they ain't waving no flags. Not to say that they wouldn't, but I don't see flags on their houses.
So let me ask you a question, Diva, because it sounds like you're justifying the fact that because it's a predominantly white neighborhood, it's okay for law enforcement, who's supposed to be properly trained regarding race relations. Remember, that's what people are asking for.
They're not.
Police reform.
Not in Wyoming. There ain't no there's no race relations in Wyoming. It's all white.
But black people live there.
They not trained.
Black people live there.
Do they?
Oh,
do
they
they?
don't? They don't. They're
Do
visiting.
they?
I'm sorry.
Let me just add some context. So apparently, the house was at a time.
Can you speak up? Because the 92.3 mix storm
just got played.
So at the time, a week before, they had arrested a squatter, black
that's a
male
squatter
who was there.
Who was black?
So all black people are squatters?
Well, context. I'm giving you the context.
Oh, okay, context.
So the owner of the house told the neighbor, keep an eye out for that same squatter
Neighborhood watch.
if he comes back.
So did he leave the neighbors with a picture?
So
this is what the squatter looks like.
So the neighbor, with apparently, thanks to our Michigan connection,
I'm from Michigan.
Detroit, where that
the lack of
so you should know better.
No, the lack of experience around black people, he was unable to determine the difference between these black people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm telling you is that it's pockets of areas that, you know, is all white. It's not like Georgia where it's mixed of people. You know what I'm saying? It's when white people see a black person, it's like, what are they doing here? And it might not even be racist. It's just a neighborhood watch.
It's racist. If they see a white person and they say...
If I see a white...
Normal. No, I'm saying if the neighborhood watch group sees a white person and they don't call the police and they're only calling police if they see a black person, that concerns me.
But like what the producer said is that it was a black squatter the last time. So when he's seen another black person, he assumed that it was the same person with his family.
So let me ask you a question. Did that squatter park his car in front of the house?
Yes.
And the squatter lived there for how long?
I don't think the neighbor knew or cared. He just knew he had to be on the lookout for a black person.
He did his job.
That is good for the neighbor.
He did his
The
job.
neighbor is not getting the gavel from this diva.
No.
The police is getting the gavel from the diva. The police could have gone up to the gentleman and said, hello, anybody in there? Hey.
I think that is the issue because they clocked it as a breaking and entering.
So
maybe it's the way that the neighbor presented it.
No, it's the way that
So
the
if
police
you have a squatter,
investigated
well,
it.
what I'm saying is, if you had a squatter, right, the realtor has the key to get into the house, so they don't see the key. They just see
No, but they could
someone
ask,
enter.
excuse me, is this your home?
No,
no, I'm a
he
realtor.
going like this.
Who is doing that?
The neighbor.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
neighbor is like Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's an old right.
That's the fence.
That's
He's
the
at the
fence.
fence.
And he was like,
I'm gonna
police.
leave.
I
I'm
just
go-
seen them break in. It's some blacks breaking in. It's probably that same squatter that got just arrested last week.
Look here.
That's what happened.
The police could still show up and say, I see two vehicles. I ran the tags.
Mm-hmm.
One is coming back to a Mr. John Doe. One is coming back to a Mr. Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I help y'all? Everything okay? Police have I've seen police that know how to do their job like this.
They don't
before.
have race relations in Wyoming, Michigan. It's
I'm
all white.
saying the police.
It's all white.
That's
There's
what
no diversity training.
That's what George Floyd's death is supposed to do.
The
How you gonna have
diversity is
diversity
bearded white
training when
man
it's an
versus
all
clean white man.
neighborhood? It's an all white community, all white everything, white on
still
white.
need diversity training. If there's a black realtor,
When there's a black that
that's
comes into the
licensed-
community, this
if
is
there's a
what you
black
do.
realtor licensed to show houses on that street, if they
The
got
only
one black
relations-
person,
Have you ever seen WandaVision? So in WandaVision, there's this shield that covers the community. So the way you get in, you can't get in unless you can get in. So somehow they penetrated the shield, and so
Oh, is
all
that
the
what it
white
is?
people was like, "Who is this?" I just made that up.
I'm sure
that happened in WandaVision,
because that's why I never heard of
but-
WandaVision.
No, it
But,
happened in WandaVision.
Back at the ranch.
All I'm saying is that there's no race relations because all the people are white.
Well, we need to teach white people
Yeah,
race
Irish
relations.
and Polish.
They
They only know how to handle those people differently.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's
okay.
relations.
Do they know how
eat
to...
a sausage and don't drink a lot of beer.
Is that it?
Was that racist?
That's racist. Sausage and beer. Don't worry
Sausage
because they
and
talk
beer.
about your watermelon and your fried chicken.
I don't
So,
like water. You know I don't care for watermelon.
That's fine
'cause
about
of
you not
seeds.
caring for it, but your people do.
I love me some
Okay?
chicken.
As far as
though.
they're concerned.
That's true. I love me some chicken.
I just think it's wrong. I think we have a lot more work to do.
You ain't gonna say
George
nothing about me
Floyd,
loving chicken?
No, love your chicken all you want.
Love me some chicken.
George Floyd passed away. His family is trying to get reform.
But that was in a mixed city.
Well, they need to go mix this city because sooner or later it's going to be mixed. And the last thing we want to hear is that the training comes after they killed somebody.
That's true.
Because they could have killed the realtor or an unarmed black buyer or his unarmed young son.
That's true because you know.
And then you would have been cutting a check because you know they would have showed up guns blazing.
You know those white daughters are intermingling and meeting those college boys, the basketball players and stuff, and bringing home these
Like I said,
mixed race babies. So they're
shame
gonna have
on
to
you.
have some
And
type
I
of
know
race
that their
relations.
police said that they did the right thing and that
No one died.
No inappropriate conduct occurred because we could have gunned them down and we did not.
Exactly.
That
No
is the
one
standard.
died.
I'm disappointed.
That's better. Listen, you know how you tell us that we're giving Joe Biden baby steps? Let's give the Wyoming police officers baby steps because in that situation, no one died.
Baby, I don't want to step on that.
No one died. They could have handled it so wrong.
Little
I mean,
big baby.
I'm
not buying
the
that.
realtor wasn't even in no realtor suit. He was in a t-shirt.
Wow, so now a black man can't wear a regular shirt.
A black
to
man
show
cannot
house.
wear a hoodie or a wife beater.
Wow. Okay, well, it's the child that had on the wife beater.
Exactly, but all
The
they
father
seen was
had on a regular
right.
shirt.
They didn't see no child. They saw a
I
black man
believe
in a
the
wife beater.
Politically correct term is a shirt.
It is an A shirt.
A shirt.
Yes.
Well, I ain't politically correct, so I'm gonna call
well,
it a
we
white
can tell
beater.
that. Politics. Speaking of race relations,
Okay.
the Atlanta parent from Atlanta Public Schools had to sue the school regarding the principal segregating the class by race.
I think that parent, she hates being black.
Okay, so let me explain to our listeners what we're talking about. A black female mother found out from the black female principal at an Atlanta public school that her daughter was placed in an all-black class. The principal had separated the classrooms, 6 white classes with 6 white teachers, 2 black classes with 2 black teachers, and she segregated the class by race. The black mother said, I want my daughter to be in the smart class, the all-white class.
But see, this is where we have the problem. We're assuming that it's the smart class. We're just saying that it's the white class because it wasn't a designation of if it was the smart class or not.
According to the mother, she had a interaction with that teacher previously and wanted her daughter to go to that teacher.
She just liked the teacher.
Right. Because they
But that doesn't mean that the teacher was a better teacher. She just liked the teacher. So let's not add.
Well, here's what we're adding.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 kids. I mean, six classes. 6 classes of white students and 2 classes of black students.
Right.
And the mother wanted her daughter to go to the class where the white teacher was teaching. You like that better?
But are we saying, we're not saying that all the teachers were all the teachers white? Or
I don't know if
I
they
can't tell. They didn't
correlated with
clarify
Okay.
that. Yeah, they didn't clarify the races of all the teachers in the 6 white classes. But I do know that the races of the teachers in the 2 black classes were black teachers.
Is that true?
Yeah, because the mother was concerned about why can't she go over to the other class, and the principal was saying because I didn't want her isolated. She was concerned that the minor child wouldn't be in the best interest of the minor child.
Right.
So the black female principal is probably concerned that if I put her in a majority white setting, that's going to harm your daughter because your daughter is going to be isolated in that setting.
Right.
And that's when the issue became an issue because the mother became upset.
Yeah. Only
Only to find out that the classes were segregated.
This is a classic example of white supremacy.
Based on what?
What white parent was like, hey, why is my student not in the black class? It's this need. It's like, oh, please let my child be with this white group of people because I know they're doing better things. And I know when in my head, what I see is that this is a majority white school. So they have to have 6. So it's so many white kids that they have to have 6 different teachers, and it's only a selected amount of black children, so they have 2 teachers.
So you think the mother was desperate to have her
Yes,
child?
I just think if it's white, it's right. If it's white, it's right. I moved to this neighborhood to be in this mixed community. I know this feeling, I want to be in the school district that's good. The majority of school districts that are good are in the white communities. So I moved here, and now my child is in the all-black class after I moved to this white neighborhood where I want
a white class?
to get a white class for my child to be around white people, and she has the nerve to put my black kid with these black students. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's suing, and according to her attorney,
I just feel like you just hate your blackness.
Let me be clear. Legally, it's unlawful.
It is unlawful.
Okay, so let's be clear on Diva courts where we know the
it's
law.
separate but equal.
Is that a segregation?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I said it. Yes, I did.
So is that a segregation today, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever? Is that what you heard? I say that the principal.
Why she was complaining though?
No, the principal lacked knowledge of the law. Come on now, you
That
can't do
principal
that.
No, that principal wanted critical race theory to be taught. She
And
was
she
like,
couldn't do it with the white kids in the class.
She was taking matters into her own hand. She knew the law. Them principals, they get education, continuing education.
That's why I'm shocked.
No,
I'm like, is that the COVID principal? Because
No.
we pushed out a
She
lot
is
of
the,
COVID graduates from online.
What's Morgan Freeman's name in that one movie, Principal Clark? She was the Principal Clark of that situation.
Critical race theory is too complicated to teach children.
Amen.
It's actually a theory that's taught in law school.
I agree.
I know, but the Republicans think that they're teaching it in kindergarten.
No, it's a college.
No, they're trying to pass laws not to teach it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Anywhere.
It's a grad level.
No, I get what you're saying, and that is true. But the Republicans are thinking, the conservatives think that they're teaching it.
Let me tell you what they don't want you to teach. Don't teach how we got this money here off the backs of them people.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that I feel like it's self-hatred in there. It's self-hatred.
So you think the mom hates herself, so she wanted her daughter to be in a class with a white teacher because she thinks the white teacher is going to do it better than a black teacher.
Yeah, because
and you think the black principal knew better because
yeah.
the principals get trained on the law, and she had to have known that was illegal to say.
She knew it was illegal, but probably in her perspective, she knows that they're in a mixed race school. There were probably a lot of race issues that were occurring.
So she was trying to protect the minor child.
She was trying to protect the children. Period. I'm pretty sure that they didn't have a black basketball team, which probably would have been better, and then a white basketball team. I'm pretty sure that everything else, the sports.
Don't say that, because that means a white woman would be going, I want my white student to be in that place.
Exactly.
Because I want them to play basketball.
They didn't have a black lacrosse team and a white lacrosse team. I don't believe that they had that. I believe that.
I think that white mother is going to be like, no, Johnny can stay in the white basketball.
so that he
I
can,
can't
he
afford
can
for
shine.
him
He
to
won't
get
win.
dunked on by 7-year-old Tyrone. If he can't handle critical race theory, imagine how Tyrone's balls on his face is going to feel.
Please leave him in an all-white class.
So I say all that to say, like, I'm pretty sure that lunches were mixed and all these other things were mixed.
Just not the class.
Just not the class.
Wow.
And she just, I want my kid. Because even and maybe it was just me and what I heard, but when you were explaining it, I heard the white classes were better. You know what I'm saying? Just when you were explaining it. And that's why I was like, well, I don't know.
Well, isn't it when you're white, you're right?
Exactly.
When
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
brown, you get to stick around. And if you're black, you stay back.
If you're brown,
You
you
can
yellow,
stick around.
let it mellow. If you're brown, flush it down. But yeah, so I just think that she just assumed automatically the white class is the higher intellectual.
Well, Mom, I
class.
hope you get some money. I'm a lawyer, so I'm for that. Lawsuits all day.
Shout
every
out
day.
to Attorney
Shout
Shields.
out to Attorney Shields.
Yes.
We see you, girl.
She get
Kudos
checks
to
cut.
you. Black Girl Magic.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's talk about what you need to flush down. R. Kelly.
Flush him down the
Jurors
toilet and
are
straight
summered
into the prison.
for federal sex trafficking charges, which are weak at best. R. Kelly will once again get a not guilty if the jurors follow the law.
He did. This is why he is so. That's why I don't trust R. Kelly.
What does
trust
the
R. Kelly.
word trafficking, federal sex trafficking,
Trust R. Kelly.
under the statute? You have to remember
Trust R. Kelly.
that jurors are not going to be permitted to come into the courtroom on trusting R. Kelly. They're going to be given
Is that not
evidence.
evidence?
That's not evidence. I'm sorry, facts, not in evidence. The jurors that are selected for this R. Kelly case are going to be sworn not once, but twice. Okay?
Where is this case happening?
Let me tell you where the swearing is going to occur.
Where it's gonna happen?
Before you're selected as a juror, when you're paneled, and there's a panel of jurors, that's what it's called, when we bring a group of you in the room to try to determine which 12 of you may serve. We swear you in that the answers you're going to provide are going to be true and correct to the best of your knowledge under the penalty of perjury. So we swear you once, and then we question you. We question you about life experiences. We question you about your profession. We question you about hobbies. We question you about sneakily politics. You don't know it's a politics question, but we ask you questions that can pretty much tell us where you fall on the political spectrum. Okay? When we're done questioning you, if you're fortunate enough that we didn't strike you and you are selected as the 12, one of the 12, or 13 really, because you need an extra. Sometimes they'll have 2 extras, and those are 14, takes you to 14. And the only reason you do that, teachable moment, my professor would say, is because something could happen to one of your 12 and you want to be able to substitute with having to restart your case all over again. But I digress. Once the 12 that's been selected, you say, counsels, is this your jury? And you say, yep, that's them. They get sworn again. They're sworn this time that they're going to listen to the facts, they're going to listen to the law, they're going to carefully and thoughtfully apply the law to the facts.
I got a question.
To the law.
I got a question.
Shoot.
All right. So back in the day, R. Kelly was on
that
trial.
yesterday? No, I'm just kidding.
It's a law. He was on trial for peeing on a little girl.
Right.
And they had it on video. Can they use that video again?
Absolutely not.
Why they can't use the video?
There's
again?
something in the law called double jeopardy.
No. Not. What I'm saying is they can't use the video, even though
you cannot use any of the evidence associated with that trial.
They don't need me on
double jeopardy. Jeopardy has attached. Let me tell my listeners when it attaches. It attaches once the jury is sworn in a jury trial, and it attaches once the first witness is called to the stand in a bench trial. Jury trial is 12 people are your peers, or 6 if it's a misdemeanor, and a bench trial is the judge you're going to trust with making a decision regarding the facts.
He peed on a 14-year-old.
Let me tell you what the problem is. Had you seen the pee video?
Yeah.
Could you tell who was in the video?
Everybody said it was R. Kelly. Clear.
Everybody said, but she couldn't tell if it was R. Kelly. Notice, listeners, she never said, I know that's that joker. I saw him.
Quiet as it's kept, I didn't even see the video. I didn't even see the video.
When I say whoa, I mean whoa.
My point is,
I didn't see the video, but everybody
there's
said it.
A lot of people talking about this video. And let me tell you something. It is as clear as mud.
Did you see the video?
Of course, I made it my business. My point is, yes, and I couldn't tell who was peeing. I know 2 people was in a video, but I could not make out who was in the video. No, but that's... Well, what?
You couldn't tell.
Trust me, it's blurred as I don't know, and it did censor itself. The camera was not good.
You know who said it was him? Dave Chappelle. He did a whole skit.
A lot of people saying
that's what I remember watching the trial on Dave Chappelle.
Let me tell you something. Do you know that they've accused Elvis of doing a lot? He's appeared in a lot of places, but he was dead.
Did you see that Dave Chappelle skit? Because that's where I knew.
Let me tell you
he
something.
was guilty.
I don't care what Dave does. Ooh, Dave, did you hear that? You got to stop them jokes because this girl taking you serious.
I said he did it. I saw that Dave Chappelle skit and I was like, yeah, he did it.
The problem
That's the video you're talking about.
That's the video. That's the video I was talking about.
The Chappelle video.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie.
My point is this, listeners. Listen to me. Evidence.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, Marsha.
Listen to me. No, where there's smoke, there could be just water on the roof. Because you know how sometimes the roof is very hot, and when it first rains, you could look and see some things coming off the roof. And you say, is that roof on fire? And you're looking at it like, no, it just rained because it was
condensation.
Real hot. That's steam. Okay? Oh, damn, it sure look like smoke from right here. I know. I know, right? So be careful. These days, you can't believe none of what you see and none of what you hear.
So he married a 15-year-old and he peed on a girl.
We don't know, because that's why the jurors who followed the law had to say not guilty.
There was his cousins in Chicago.
Listen to
all his cousins in there, they was all singing a song. I seen the Chappelle skit.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to need you to get back to evidence and facts in evidence. Not facts, not in evidence. Okay? Because you focused on that. Evidence on television and salacious court reporter statements and presentment of stuff that's not going to be heard by a jury is not evidence, ma'am. That's why the court tells a jury, hey, here's this. Do not speak to anyone about these cases. Do not do any research online about these cases. Do not try to deliberate or speak to each other about the evidence until the evidence is closed. Why? Because there's studies not fake studies, real studies that show that human beings, if they have an opportunity to start thinking and analyzing and determining, they're going to be prejudging a case. And we want you to wait, because two people don't get to talk at the same time. Prosecution and defense don't get to talk at the same time. We have to let one person go first. And we're telling you, don't pass judgment yet. Hold up, hold up. You ever seen a direct examination where you're like, ooh, they got him. And then when the cross-examination come back,
ooh, they lost
you're like,
him.
ooh, they lost him. That's why judges don't like jurors prejudging cases. That's why the law doesn't like judges prejudging cases. And I'm telling you, this bull crap about jokes and people doing skits at night on Saturday Night Live and jokers and comedians making fun of stuff, and then people hearing that crap and buying it and going to town on it. Oh, if you get your opinion from CNN and believe everything, you're in too deep.
Yeah.
You know a songwriter.
Marsha, I trust women. And I believe women.
Let me tell you something. I believe women when there's evidence to corroborate what a woman said. Now remember, there can be circumstantial evidence. There can be direct evidence. I'm not saying all the evidence has to be direct evidence. A video of the man groping a woman, I don't need that. But circumstantial evidence, a text message from him with a picture of a butt. I'm going, whoa, why are you sending her a picture of a butt if you hadn't groped her butt a few minutes before that? You see what I'm saying? So circumstantial evidence is evidence, okay? Putting gas in your car, you don't see the gas going in your car, but you see that needle say full. So what I'm saying is, I understand circumstantial evidence. I'm not that attorney that doesn't understand the law. Trust me, I'm the one that does. You don't want this.
You want this? No.
So all of you people packing your bags to get on that bus, that R. Kelly guilty bus, hold your judgment.
I'm not on the R. Kelly guilty bus. I'm on the I don't trust R. Kelly bus. Okay?
Well,
it's
let me tell you
just
something.
too many young girls you done touched.
Parents, I'm going to
Show
say
me
it
some
again.
ID before we. Yeah, right. You ain't asking for
Parents,
ID.
I'm
Why
talking-
you need to ask for ID?
Because he wants to make sure he's complying
You
with the law.
know when she opened her mouth, and she was talking about algebra.
No, she could be dumb. So, ma'am, show me the ID so I can
but if
determine
she's-
your age.
But if she's dumb, she might be like dumb.
That's right. So what if he likes dumb women? Dumb
can't-
women deserve love too.
No. If they're mentally incapacitated.
Ma'am, where you going with that? Oh my God.
If they're mentally, I don't want
Listen to me.
disabled.
If she's mentally incapacitated, he'll know. Okay?
Well, he asked for ID.
Because look, if she is walking without shoes on,
What if she show you fake ID? What if she shows you fake ID?
let me tell you something. Then now you're not blaming R. Kelly then, are you?
No.
Okay then.
But I
So
think
I
no.
understand why you talking about facts.
But I know, but if,
that don't prove your case. Could you talk about facts that will prove your case? Because
No.
right now you're losing.
I'm asking you, like, can a man get off if a woman showed him a fake ID?
Depends on the law.
Okay.
Let me tell you what they're at. You have general intent laws and you have specific intent laws. Specific intent laws say you have to specifically intend to have done what the illegal conduct is for you to be found guilty. General intent law says, I don't give a rat's patootie what your intent was, so long as you engaged in the act that the law says is illegal, you're guilty.
So that's like the statutory rape law.
Bam! You just
Okay.
go ahead,
I
Diva.
know something. Can we break that?
Graduation. I didn't realize I was thirsty. I'm gonna need you to drink, not gulp. Look, you got so much it take you that long to swallow it. But statutory rape
Right.
is, I don't care how old she was. I don't care how many fake IDs you looked at. Did you have sex with somebody underage? And the answer is yes, and now you're guilty. So come on in here and take this plea real quick before these jurors find you guilty, and I have to give you all the time that
All
the
the
statute
time.
allows.
Okay.
So you got to understand the difference between general intent and specific intent.
So
if this man is a specific intent crime, which let me tell you something about trafficking, I could bet my hat that that federal statute is a specific intent, that he had to have intended to traffic. And what they're alleging, if you look at some of these allegations, is that he got his people to go to concerts, and the groupies that came to the concerts and said, I just want to meet R. Kelly. I just want to sleep with R. Kelly. Tell him I'm out here in this line just waiting hours and,
then
hours
they
to get
just
in.
directed him
And he's
to the
like, all right,
cage.
his room's over here. And they knock on the door, he opens the door, let him in. That's a whole different ballgame.
This the prosecutor's case. So there were groupies. And the manager of R. Kelly's song group went in and grabbed all the groupies and lined them up because he is the Pied Piper and had the little flutes.
Jesus have mercy.
And it was like,
And they all got mesmerized.
and they all got
and they were like,
mesmerized.
take me to your leader.
And then
the
he opened
parents,
up the cage.
and then the parents said,
Right.
take me to,
He
because
opened
I
up the
want to see the
cage.
checkbook.
And they all walked into the cage
And he
that
slammed
we
the door.
call the hotel room. And he slammed the door, and the door locked from the outside. Not the in.
And nobody could get in.
And nobody could get in.
But they could get out.
But they could get out.
But they didn't want to.
But because the
Because
Pied
that little
Piper...
flute- the little flute got played. That was the end of that story.
I was just watching Gotham, and they had a hypnotist. Maybe that's what they're talking about. He hypnotized them.
And the parents too.
Do you believe in
Hypnotism?
hypnosis?
Yes.
So if I hypnotize you to have sex with me, is that illegal?
So when did the hypnosis start?
Let's just say like
Before or
let's
after I
say you
took off my
were
clothes?
let's say you were like a
Before or after I got to your room?
no.
Because you know what that would have to happen, right?
I'm giving you a whole
In a
nother-
public place where I'm sitting there eating dinner with you, and you said, "Toot, toot, 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 toot." So guess what?
No, I got
the whole damn restaurant would be in that room.
I got a hypothetical.
Because you would have hypnotized the whole restaurant.
I got a
Because if it
hypothetical.
worked, it's going to be a public place.
I got a hypothetical for you.
You got a hypothetical. It's going to be a lie.
So what if you were like a therapist, a hypnotherapist, right?
Mhm.
And this person was always coming to see you,
Mhm.
and you did the hypnotization.
Is
that
that
even
such
a word? You were under hypnosis.
She is making
Hypnotism.
up words.
Hypnotism. There you go. There you go.
And they come to my therapy sessions.
And you come to the therapist,
Uh-huh.
and a hypnosis happened. Then what?
Then my license is revoked. Because if you're a damn therapist and you in there sexually assaulting your patients
Through hypnosis.
through hypnosis, you going to
But
criminal.
how would they even find out though?
When he come out of it, shit.
But
I
But
mean,
they-
it don't last forever.
I need you to put your drawers on.
You shouldn't be hypnotized to do things you don't want to do.
But it's still, right? You still under influence though.
You must be talking about manipulation. That's a whole nother ballgame.
Suggestion is always based upon things that you will be willing to do.
So if I thought my therapist, I'm just gonna not say the
Your
H
hypnotist?
word. I'm just not gonna say the
My
H word.
hippoloma-
My
my
hippolonius.
hippoloma.
My hippolonius. If I thought my therapist was hot and sexy, and I was a married woman, and I'm like, I'm not about to sleep with him, even though he hot and sexy. And if I wasn't married, I would have done it. And
So
then
you
he-
must have been telling him that.
no.
Oh.
But what if but if that's in my mind, and he was like
he a
a
mind reader?
sexual predator?
So he's a mind reader. Because he'd have to read your mind and say, hey,
No, he doesn't have to.
this is-
He doesn't have to know that you.
So how would he must have to be a predator. then.
Maybe because I said, hey.
Oh, you promiscuous. Didn't I say
Marsha, did you say
promiscuity is not? Did you say?
No, I guess you know how you like. Hey, how you doing? You looking nice in your suit. I see you with your little suit on. Boom. But that's it. A little flirt, but not too much. And
First
then
of all,
he-
you're sexually harassing your therapist.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Yeah. You're looking good in that suit. That's a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, based on the Attorney
That
General
suit
in New
fits
York.
you. Wait, that suit fits you perfectly.
Hey,
That's
that's
still
sexual
sexual?
harassment. Ask the New York AG.
Is that suit tailored?
Ask Cuomo.
Is that sexual harassment? Is your suit tailored?
Ask Cuomo. Tailored to what?
Tailor made?
Tailored to what?
Your ass.
Oh, that's definitely sexual harassment. Criminal.
All right.
That's criminal.
Okay.
Back to R. Kelly at the ranch.
Okay.
Don't go to the ranch with him with your kids. Let me
Hide
tell you
your
something.
eyes,
It's one
hide your
thing. Let me
kids.
tell you what R. Kelly does. He pushes out hits.
No, that she's about to say
Look
he
at-
pushes the limits.
No.
He pushes the
He
limits.
pushes
Push it
look,
real
He
good.
pushes the limits and he pushes out hits. I
He
will
ain't had a
quit-
hit in a
Let
long
me tell-
time.
because he in jail. How you gonna get a hit from in there? Oh, he been hit by the other inmates.
So what if he's not guilty? Where they find him not guilty? What happens to all that jail time?
Sorry.
Are you serious?
That's what the law does.
Are you
That's why
serious?
charging people is such a reckless situation when you don't have evidence to support it.
Wow.
What you gonna sue the immune?
Ooh, we
Remember,
need that.
prosecution is immune.
Can we
They
get-
have immunity,
can we
and
get-
unless you can prove
Can we get-
persecution,
Can we get that Flavor Flav drop? Wow. now.
No, we just had it dropped. We got the Diva drop. We don't need the Flavor Flav.
Flavor.
Once is enough. My point is this. When you are wrongfully accused, you get charged, you win your case, there's no pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. They just go, oh, you're lucky because we think you were guilty anyway. I mean, the jurors should have found for you. You're lucky. So don't come to us for any money. There's no pot. Now, I think if I were legislating that there should be, that the state has to reimburse you, I guess what that would do? That would cause the state to investigate before they incarcerate.
Can we drink to that?
Absolutely.
Yes. Marching for office. What you running for?
Running for the bank. I'm running for the checkbook.
Where them checks at?
Because I'm not running for
Where
no
them
government
dollars at?
position.
Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at?
I say R. Kelly, based on the charges, is really close to a not guilty.
There you go.
That's my gavel, and I dropped that.
I say.
Episode 6.
Wait, can I say this right quick?
Say
I say, R. Kelly, you a nasty.
N.A.
You nasty boy, you nasty. R. Kelly, you so
Let me ask you a question.
nasty.
What evidence do you have that this man was nasty?
He married Aaliyah when she was 14.
Okay. Then
15.
stop at that. Can you?
So I don't
hold
trust your
on,
character.
hold on,
You a
hold on.
grown man.
Forget about his character. Hold on. You convicted him on Aaliyah, correct?
Facts.
Okay. Are you going to charge him on Aaliyah?
You can't. The
Boom!
statutes of
So guess what?
limitations have run the courts. The courts.
You cannot try a corpse.
You can't
You
try
cannot
a
try
corpse.
for a corpse, nor can you try a corpse. Although, let me tell you something. That Durst trial, that is sure enough trial of a corpse. Because that man is old as dirt.
He is.
His name is
old.
Durst, and the old as
Robert
Durst.
Durst.
Robert Durst.
Mm.
That's episode 16.
16.
We take 6.
Wait. A very special lady in my life told me that ladies drink 1 drink and hoes drink 2. How'd it go? I've been drinking 2.
Mo. It rhymes.
2 Mo.
No, Mo.
Just say it.
That's the end of episode 16.
Bye, y'all. Subscribe, y'all. Apple,
We're
Spotify,
gonna
Google.
do it
Okay,
after
you
you
about to do it?
take the sip.
Oh,
Can we
I
at
see.
least take the sip? She takes a gulp. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe. Look for us on Spotify, Google Podcasts,
Google us.
and Apple Podcasts.
Apple.
Be sure to catch the videos on
YouTube.
every single Wednesday.
Yes,
Listeners,
Wednesdays.
we're pushing them out.
Push it real good.
Cayenne pepper
Cayenne
is
pepper's here.
Yeah, cayenne pepper's here, not salt and pepper.
Cayenne pepper's here.
That's
That's how they do it.
episode 16.
16. We'll drink to that.
Hey.
Bloop.
How you gonna say we'll drink to that and then take a drink?
I didn't drink, did I?
We'll drink to that. Crazy. She's talking about, yeah, we'll drink to that.
She was trying to
What
do a
in
dance.
the Christ potato
That's the
cakes
Christ
is
potato
going
cakes.
on?
Cayenne pepper's here.
We got to drink to that.